This is Mrs. Bollinger. I'm at my house and I'm going to show you how to make resurrection rolls. And this is a treat you can make for Easter, and it kind of represents what happened with Jesus on Easter. So first I'm going to show you what you need. You need some marshmallows. You need some butter, which I'm going to melt. You need some sugar, and you're going to put cinnamon with it to make a cinnamon sugar combination. Okay? And then you need either biscuit dough or crescent rolls. And you can just buy it in the cans, but I didn't have that, so I made these biscuits out of Bisquick. Okay, now in the story of Easter, you know this is a story about Jesus, right? So Jesus has come to earth like at Christmas. Remember, he was a baby, and then this is like 30 years later, he's grown up, he's telling people about God, he's telling them to turn from their sins, but there's people that don't like him because of that. And so a lot of people kind of turn against him, but he has friends who are trying to help him out. And it kind of reminded me of what we've been talking about, we're going to talk about this month, which is fairness. And what happened was some people brought Jesus to the government and wanted to put him on trial because they said he was going against the government. And the government was not very fair. Rome did not know about civil rights. They didn't even give him a trial. They just crucified him, and that was really unfair. But you know what? God had a plan, and sometimes things in our life aren't that fair. You might be thinking, we have to stay home, and that's not really fair. But you know what? God's going to help us through it. And God actually had a plan. So when Jesus died on the cross, God had a plan with that. And so this resurrection roll tells what happens after Jesus died on the cross. Okay, so the marshmallow represents Jesus because everyone thought he died on the cross, that's it. Well, you know what? This butter and this sugar and cinnamon represent the spices that they buried him with, because they used to take the bodies and wrap them in spices, and then they put him in a tomb. And this roll, this dough, is going to represent him being wrapped up and put in the tomb. And that happened on Good Friday. And I always thought it was weird to call it Good Friday because I thought, that doesn't sound very good. That sounds bad. But we're going to find out what happens when we put these in the oven. When we put these in the oven, we're going to see what happened when Jesus was put in the tomb. So now you're going to put them in the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes. Now, actually, Jesus was in the tomb for 3 days. So, after 3 days, you open the tomb, and the tomb is empty. That's why they're called resurrection rolls.